I believe every pixel should have a purpose, right? Hi, my name is Fahad and I help your business throughout the design process for your website or your digital products, and I convert it into a sales machine. Our past few years, more than 7 years, I have worked with SaaS companies, so many startups and founders creating their website, landing pages, dashboards, including overall design system. My best part is my advanced communication level, clarity in design, development knowledge, and other multi-skills, for example, 2D animation, interactive design, and I do have understanding of the entire workflow, how it looks like. My process is very simple. Discover, design, build, and launch. This is how it looks like. Okay, so in the first step, what I do is the discussion about the whole idea with the clients to understand the business goal and everything related to the product or the website. In this phase, after all this information collect, I work on competitive analysis in order to understand like what are the business already exist in this field that give me more leverage to understand the product and the problems in this industry. I work on UX from to see a big picture about the product, how it's gonna develop and functional, and of course I try to make it more communicative, more easier for the users, and define all the problems in the early beginning phase. In the second phase, I work on the wireframes. For this, I use Figma Jam, UXFin, and few different other tools depending on what clients want to work on. I have experience in all of them to define like low fidelity and high fidelity prototypes. And sometimes we need like the prototypes. Sometimes we don't, like the client side. So it depends. It's very flexible step. Like wireframes, they exist with the prototype. Whenever we need to make it functional, that's not required every time. But I'm really good at those stuff. And before the UX, UI, and UX, the design part, I define all the brand identity. So there might be two cases. Sometimes the brand identity already exists, and I work on the product and design, a UI UX stuff. But sometimes it don't exist. Of course, I also provide those services like a brand guide, including the logo design, the front and fonts, and typography, and the colors, everything. So once we have all those stuff, I work on the brand guide along with Figma. I create different components based on our brand guideline, and so it helps a lot whenever we work on a big scale, but also functional with the small products or applications. So I do this. I really care about this, and I always use the auto layout, the responsive layout. So we don't need to make so many different variants. I believe on optimization and faster working track. So in this whole phase, I design and I provide the prototype. In the third step, I develop the whole website. I set up the whole website in Webflow, and of course I make it responsive based on different screen sizes and mobile first always. I do QA testing manually and using different devices, different like iPhone, Samsung, in different screen sizes and in different sizes of the screens, like web screens. And in this way, we make a lot of revisions because of different problems and bugs. This phase, by the way, doesn't start before the first design step is not finished. So they're both connected. And in the phase 3, when we are all done, when we work, like me and client work on the revisions and all the steps we are already updated, it's the time to launch. But that's not we are finished here. Furthermore, I work on performance optimization and CRO, which is my main skill, as I mentioned earlier, and yeah, ongoing support. So that's it. That's how my workflow looks like. In this whole process, I use so many tools. Figma is the main one, and of course, Adobe Creative Suites, including Photoshop, Illustrator, and other apps. And by the way, I'm really good at motion design using After Effects, Lotifies, and like basic interaction of the product. I'm really good at those stuff. Everything can be seen in my portfolio on Upwork, Behance, and on my website. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let's work together.